the leading universities for Aboriginal studies in Canada. Tom Simons, Harvey McHugh, Paul Martin, and Aboriginal leaders, experts in Aboriginal education, we had a conversation to begin addressing this issue. Similarly, I attended a conference in Winnipeg, all Aboriginal Affairs ministers of Ontario, but no federal participation.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We can all agree we want a fair and equal Ontario. I'm pleased to see that the Minister of Aboriginal Affairs has taken such strong interest in improving student achievement for Aboriginal students. I know that our budget commits further funding to support our Aboriginal students. Mr. Speaker, through you to the Minister, what are some other initiatives our government has undertaken to assist Aboriginal students?
Minister of Education.
Minister of Education.
Yes, thank you, Speaker, and thank you to the member from Ottawa, Orleans, for his excellent question. I've been pleased to work very closely with the Minister of Aboriginal Affairs as we work towards improving outcomes for Aboriginal students. For example, last month, the Anishinaabe Nation, the federal government, and our government signed an historic memorandum of understanding. The agreement calls for all three parties to work together to support NAN youth so that they have every opportunity at success. Mr. Speaker, our government is providing over $45 million to improve student achievement for First Nations students. And our budget, which we should get passed, commits an additional $5 million per year to support our Aboriginal students. Speaker, we know that more work needs to be done to support Aboriginal student achievement in Ontario. And our government is committed to ensuring that all students in Ontario have access to our world-class education system. Thank you.
Thank you. Your question, the member from Huron-Bruce.
Very much, Mr. Speaker. My question today is for the Minister of Energy. Minister, can you tell me how much first-hand experience the Ministers of Environment, Municipal Affairs and Housing, and Rural Affairs have with dealing with industrial wind turbines?
Energy.
I thank the member for Huron-Bruce for the question, Mr. Speaker. We're talking about renewable energy projects in the province of Ontario, a significant part of our long-term energy plan. Mr. Speaker, the FIT program has generated 31,000 jobs. It's had a very large take-up in rural communities, Mr. Speaker. In fact, over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've met with a number of co-ops with very significant representation from farmers in the rural community. They are asking for more renewable projects. They're looking for more procurement so they can be part of eliminating dirty coal generation in the province of Ontario, Mr. Speaker. We're going to continue working with renewable energy proponents, including those in the rural areas. We have had some difficulties, Mr. Speaker, particularly in the rural areas. We're addressing those by putting together a program that will give municipalities more control, particularly over wind.
Supplementary.
Minister, I can tell you that the people on this side of the House have lots of experience in dealing with wind turbines, and you would be wise to listen to us because, I'm sorry to say, this window is broken too. Your working group of 4 is a little too late in devising a proper plan for the siting of wind turbines. Nevertheless, I hope your plans include going to places like Huron County and Bruce County and talk to people who are facing 1,000 more turbines around our homes. More. And don't forget about the people of Simcoe Grey, Durham, Amherst Island, Wellington Halton Hills, Halton and Norfolk, Dufferin Caledon, Lambton Kent Middlesex, Northumberland, Quinte West, Chatham Kent Essex, Perth Wellington, Nipissing, Prince Edward Hastings, and Haliburton Kawartha Lakes Brock while you're at it. Minister, your Premier talks about wanting to work together in this Parliament. In the spirit of working together and cooperating, will you invite members of the opposition to join your working group to provide first-hand insight and
Minister of Energy.
Mr. Speaker, I'm very pleased to refer this to the Minister of Rural Affairs.
Minister of Rural Affairs.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Our government believes that strong, healthy Ontario includes strong, healthy rural communities. Our government is committed to working with municipalities on the setting of wind turbines.
That's enough. Answer, please. No, don't start right as soon as I stop.
With rural municipalities and stakeholders, and we'll continue to advocate for them as we move forward on this very important issue.
New question. Member from Beaches East York.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance. It is now being reported that the OLG has a funding formula for a Toronto casino. OLG is telling people they have provided that formula to the Premier's office. Will the government come clean and tell Ontarians if OLG has provided the funding formula